Rope Talk with Matt Dumont.
Ladies and gentlemen, Top Rope Talk here on Quiet Corner TV on YouTube. I'm your host, Matt Dumont. This is my co-host, Dumont and Mike Moran.
Whew.
We are on episode 25.
25.
A quarter. We've hit 25 episodes.
People, we got to watch out for those reels because guess what? There might be a 25 greatest hit list coming out. And we've had 25 episodes, so...
We've had at least 25 different...
hits, I'll tell you that right now. They've hurt. My God. But, as always...
We digress.
We digress. The number one podcast in Northeastern Connecticut.
Number one pro wrestling podcast in all of Northeast Connecticut.
Top Rope Talk.
Acknowledge us.
Acknowledge us and acknowledge
our unofficial sponsor.
Real American Beer.
Woo!
You already know, we're on you. I said the last episode, you got to get in Connecticut because the monster and I are running around
we got to chase
trying to find
down,
because guess what? The Hulkster.
We do it because we love it.
We love it, and the Hulkster sold us out. And that's okay because I'm going to all the normal package stores in Mass. I'm going to Rhode Island on my way here. Guess what? They said we're sold. We understand why. Matt and I both get it. However,
R.I.P.
it's time
brother.
to step it up. R.I.P. brother.
Cheers.
My goodness, episode 25.
So our topic today, shout out to one of our followers and fans, Kevin.
Yeah?
Love you, buddy. Gave me this one
I like it.
last week.
It's a good one.
Top 5 foreign-born wrestlers outside the United States and any of their properties, i.e. U.S. Samoa.
Yes. So,
A lot of folks being left out.
Matt and I talked about this.
This was the list we decided on.
Yes. Again, it's opinion-based.
Sure. Our top 5s.
Our top 5. And remember, they were born outside of the United States, not including Samoa. Number 5 for me. She goes by the man.
Oh.
Becky Lynch, Ireland-born. I think for what she's done for the business in the last 6-7 years, phenomenal. I was at WrestleMania 35. I stayed the 7 hours of that WrestleMania and watched her win both the SmackDown and Raw titles from Rousey and Flair. I know she fell off a little bit, thanks to Seth knocking up the man. But she was on a rocket, and I still think right now her with the IC title.
It's good.
She's doing a lot of things. Remember when Cena a couple of years ago? Well, I was going to say now, more than like 9 years ago, when Cena won the U.S. title,
Yep.
had the U.S. title open. Becky is bringing up these younger,
giving them shots.
younger talent, giving them shots,
getting them in the
and
ring,
everything like that. So,
getting them exposure. It's good.
and she's good. She's a phenomenal wrestler. Obviously, having a baby slows you up a little bit. Not that I know, obviously, but she is phenomenal. I think she's the eyes of the world, especially in Ireland. So look at this chick go. So that's my number 5, Becky Lynch, the man.
My number 5, across the pond as well, different country.
Okay.
England instead of Ireland.
Okay.
Tom Billington, better known as the Dynamite Kid.
Kids born after probably 90 probably don't even realize who this amazing athlete
Unless you're
is.
that diehard fan and you went back and looked, you don't know who this dude
And by the
is.
way, I love that because again, Matt and I are in our mid 40s, and obviously you can figure out the ages we were born, but the 80s was the growing stage, the explosion of WWF, NWA, AWA, WCCW. All these promotions were blown up, and they had teams like
British Bulldogs.
So Dynamite Kid,
Best of both worlds. One side, you had Davey Boy.
Yep.
Powerhouse. Built like a brick shit house. Dude was a monster.
Yep.
Could do anything in the ring.
Yep.
And then the other guy was the technical guy. Dynamite Kid. Real good, real fast, did high flying stuff, which not many guys were doing. Top rope headbutt.
Yep.
No one was doing that shit back then.
No.
Great
And he was
team.
built. And he was built. I mean, he was just a smaller version of Davey.
He was a tiny Davey.
Davey was bulky, but he was. I mean, I'm going to say who he reminded us of in the 90s and early 2000s is Chris Benoit.
Who?
Right.
Oh, that might be later in the list.
And sometimes
Easter egg.
this is why this show is great because as we're going along, I'm realizing certain things. So my list is changing on the whim, by the way.
that?
So it's good.
I got you.
I know.
But yeah, it's
Yeah,
my number
go with
5. I mean, I grew up. When my fandom started, the Bulldogs were one of the premier teams. And here's a couple of dudes completely different from most of the stuff out there. When I watched, I was more intrigued by their matches. And they walked to the ring with a giant fucking bulldog.
Which
And
is
I'm
cool.
a huge dog guy, and English Bulldog is one of my favorite breeds. And Matilda was just the coolest thing I saw on television.
Yep.
Like, these dudes just come to the ring with this big, like, four-legged furry pig on
Yep.
a leash, and it was the greatest
sometimes,
thing ever.
sometimes let him go after the
Oh,
other. I
after the
love that.
weasel. Chase Heenan down.
my God.
Tremendous television. So that's my number 5. Numero 4.
4 for me, which is already switched up. I'm going to go Lionheart, Chris Jericho at my number 4.
I love it. I love that you said Lionheart. too.
Lionheart, Chris Jericho. And he was, yes. And the thing is, was Jericho, which is, I'm going to now, because Matt and I already talked before on the air, so Matt already knows something just changed in my tandem because I just realized, and it happens, it's okay. Jericho as a wrestler starting off in Canada, going through the Heart Dungeon, little egg for the down the road,
Hey, now.
and just working his way up. ECW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, WCW, WWF, WWE, AEW, Jericho, Fozzy.
Ha!
You know what I mean? And I think
Great metal band. I've
band,
seen
and I
them
was gonna
live
say,
more than once.
And I think Jericho really was the first to kind of like. I liked it, and I don't even mean to go back to always going back to Hogan. Hogan was in an interview, and I don't think it was with Theo Von, because before we went on the air, we're talking about Theo. Hogan was talking about how he loved Chris, starts with a V, Valiant, who does a lot of podcasts with wrestlers.
Van Vliet.
Van Vliet. So he was saying he
Van
loved
Fleet, or-
Van Fleet. He loved wrestling Jericho.
Van
and
Vliet with a V, I think.
Van Vliet.
Yeah.
When Jericho
Sorry.
lost the Undisputed title in 2002 and Hogan got it, Hogan said it was like he didn't have to say anything to Jericho. He just knew how to run the match. And Hogan said if he could have Jericho every night. I know Hogan said that a lot, but they just gelled in the ring. Jericho came out, started out as a cruiserweight. He's a cruiserweight champion. I mean, I lost track. I know he's a 9-time IC champion, most ever in WWE, but multiple-time world heavyweight champion. Went to AEW. He's won a couple times. Jericho, I know it's not all about the titles, but Jericho can wrestle with anybody. And I think that's the biggest thing. In growing up, him going through the Heart Dungeon, which again is a little egg for down the road. Jericho is my number 4, and I think
Maybe
it's
not
pretty
as
strong
far down the road as
maybe
you think.
maybe not as far down the road. All right, go ahead.
My number 4 is also a disciple of the Heart Dungeon.
Okay.
The best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Bret Hart.
Okay.
The excellence of
Execution, yeah.
is my
okay.
number 4.
I'm good with that.
And a lot of folks will say, Owen was better. Who got the heavyweight title?
Yep. Who got it multiple times? You know?
R.I.P. Owen Hart. Ton of
Yes.
respect for him.
100
Dude could
yes.
fucking go. But better brother? Not debatable.
Not debatable. I think it's one of those things where Owen, again, R.I.P.
Total package. Not Lex Luger, but I mean,
No.
as a sports entertainer,
Yes.
total package, Brett was leaps and bounds better.
100%.
Because of this skill right here.
Yep. He could talk.
Owen didn't really have it. Brett
blue-
had it
hey, the
in
blue-
spades.
The blue blazer might have had
Well,
it, but you know what I mean?
That was part of it. Like,
Yes.
oh, here, we'll put you in a mask and never let you talk for
Yeah.
a while.
I'm okay, because I know we're going to talk more about this as my picks go on. But it's a good number 4.
Thank you.
My
Appreciate
number
it.
3
Sure.
is Mr. 619,
Oh,
Rey Mysterio.
we have him at the same spot. That's really funny. I will
our number-
piggyback this
Our
since we
number
are.
3s are Rey
We
Mysterio.
are in.
And here's the
In
thing is
agreement,
with Matt and I kind of going back and forth with a couple things. Guerrero would have been on this list if he wasn't born in Texas.
Born in El Paso.
So we did our research because Eddie could have been Eddie could have been both our number 1s. But Ray.
Two.
2? Okay. All right. I'm okay with that. You're right. You're right.
You know who my number 1 is.
And you know who my number 1 is.
Right.
So Ray, bridge that gap. The title wins.
Any
he's had-
guy under 250 pounds
My God.
owes a tremendous part of their
Mysterio.
career to Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio. We wouldn't have if Rey Mysterio wasn't the star. he was,
Innovator, just
there would be no Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan, whatever you want to call him.
David versus Goliath. The best version of that story is Rey versus everyone else because they were all so much bigger than him.
I mean, honestly, and if you think
and
of
he could make it work.
And make it
You
work.
believed he was kicking their ass.
WrestleMania 22 with Angle and Orton. Here's the things you look at WrestleMania 22, and I've seen again. I think the one thing Matt and I have always talked about is like I'm on my phone looking at reels, this and that. The entrance of WrestleMania 22, Angle's the world heavyweight champion. You have Randy Orton, a young Randy Orton, but you have prime Angle at that point in WWE.
Yeah, no doubt.
There was no chance of really, if he wanted you to win, he'll let you win. There was no beating Kurt Angle then.
It wasn't gonna be you weren't going to win in a shoot.
You weren't winning the shoot. And the thing is like, Ray got the win on Orton. He pinned Orton, not Angle, but that win was huge. You know, and the thing
Well,
is,
Orton was getting more heat coming into the match as well.
We remember. Yeah, we remember. He was that.
He had to take the
Eddie's
L.
not down there. Remember that? Like,
Exactly.
oh boy,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yikes. But
Eddie's not up there. I mean, I'm sorry, but it's Ray's a good number 3, and it could be debatable that he moves up to number 2. However, we have your number 2 and my number 2 are different.
Yep.
Obviously, our top 2 are different. My number 2, it's gonna be nice and simple. It is the best there is, best there was, best there will be. That's Bret Hart.
A little higher.
And the reason why is I had to double think. I shoved somebody out, which is no disrespect to him. We'll talk about it before the number 1. I shoved someone out. He's going to be an honorable mention for his accolades and his love of the sport. But Bret Hart, as cranky and angry as he is these days, and he's angry at everybody, but he was a phenomenal professional wrestler, and he could wrestle, and he could go. WrestleMania 12 with Shawn Michaels.
Stories.
He could tell a story.
He was good on the mic.
He was good, and he
he's
made
definitely
you
one of the goats.
Yep.
He really is.
He was. I mean, in his age, I mean, I get it. That stroke, it could have been anybody. You know, Goldberg giving the super kick, it happens. Didn't help. But here we are. Bret Hart, 5-time WWE champion. I think he won the WCW championship once or twice. 2-time big gold.
I think it was twice.
So 7-time world champion. Cut short because of a stroke, because he would have wrestled. Really, I believe he would have wrestled. He wouldn't have been. I mean, we're in 2025. He probably would have wrestled till at least 2015. My opinion, because he would have just changed. I would have loved to see him in Angle.
Style.
He would have adapted him and Angle going. Oh my God, there would have been matches. That would have been. I think even Kurt Angle said he would have loved to actually wrestle Bret Hart, because that would have been matches for us to actually sit back and watch. So he's my number 2. He was your number 3. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, number 4.
So, yeah, go ahead, Ray.
Who is your number 2?
My number 2, I'm going to go to the land of the rising sun. The Great Muta is my number 2 international wrestler.
You know what?
Never got his just due here in the United States.
No.
A lot of it has to do with the time.
Yeah.
He couldn't cut a promo.
Nope.
All your best guys could talk on the mic.
You had Gary Hart.
Late 80s, early 90s. Who are your best wrestlers on the planet? Like, who are your biggest stars?
Yep.
Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair.
Yep.
Dusty towards the end of his career.
Yeah.
These guys can all talk.
They can all talk, yeah.
Now you got a dude who's tenfold better in the ring than all 3 of them. No disrespect.
None.
But as far as in-ring ability, shit on him. Spoke 0 English.
Literally.
Couldn't help it.
I mean, I think he speaks more now, but he's
just
done.
oh yeah,
but
now
yeah,
he
I mean,
definitely does.
but
Back
the thing
then, no.
is, yeah, I mean, he
but I
was,
mean, in the ring, just what the dude did and the time he was doing it. I remember the first time I saw a moonsault, I was like, "What the hell was that?"
Yes.
Like, holy shit, that was awesome.
He was a phenomenal. The thing is,
The handspring elbow,
Yes.
corner to corner. What the fuck?
The WCW,
Never saw anything like that in my life.
You think of the television title, you think of a couple of different wrestlers. You think of Arn Anderson.
Double A, first and foremost.
Yep. You think of
Johnny B. Bad, because he had it 73 times.
Yes.
And you probably think of the Great
Muta, because young Sting and Muta had phenomenal TV title matches.
Oh, really good.
They really had NWA TV title matches, which is what made you want to own the TV title. I don't have that belt. It will be in the future, but I used to have it, sold it. But that NWA television title, phenomenal. So Muta, that's a strong number 2.
Innovator.
And I apologize for forgetting the Muta, because he would have been on my top 5, but I can't switch it up now.
Understood.
Because I would love to, I'm going to have to look it up when we go off air, how many times he's won the IWGP World title.
I was going to say.
I think it's 7 or 8 times. But he's won every...
One of the greatest.
He's won every title in Japan. And there's Noah, there's GHC,
IWGP,
the IWGP,
like you said, the New Japan.
And there is the Triple Crown, which he's won plenty of time. I mean, listen, we're gonna talk about belts down the road a little bit more in depth. Different show, but Muta's a good one. So
up to our number ones.
Number 1, my honorable mention. I'm gonna give my 1 is Edge. So he wasn't my list until I kind of overthought as soon as I came in the show.
I remember you saying
Edge
that
is why I love Edge is because he just started off as a fan. WrestleMania 6, him and Christian sitting back watching Hogan Warrior and him just talking about what built him up. I lost count of the amount of tag team titles he's won, but a phenomenal Intercontinental champion. The first Ultimate Opportunist.
Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank.
First 2 years.
And he made Seth Rollins. I always feel like we look at Seth Rollins as he was now the new age Edge, because he's got 11 world titles. You would never think he held that many because of the amount of cash-ins he had. And it's only 2, but he took advantage of every way to win a world title. So Edge is my honorable mention. Oh, go ahead.
Not to interrupt, but if we're having one honorable mention,
Yes,
I'm
please.
going to go to another Japanese guy.
Whoop.
Shout out a little of my deathmatch fandom, Jun Kasai, my crazy monkey. If you follow deathmatch, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't, please go Google some of his shit. Junkasai. Enough said. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm going to do that myself too. My number one, from Grenoble in the French Alps, the eighth wonder of the world, Andre the Giant. I don't really think there's too much to be said about Andre, but the fact that Andre started in the late 60s, early 70s, was the first professional wrestler to make $400,000 a year. Which is kind of nuts to think about what that would be equivalent now. But Andre,
when he was making it,
Andre, was the corner.
Is that inflation calculator?
Oh boy, like? Yeah. I think it was. I want to say, was it 400? Vince McMahon Sr. paid him. I think it was 75 or 76. He made $400,000, and I knew he made more than Bruno because he was the attraction. He was the one who put everybody in the seats. So it's crazy to think that for me, just going old school. I can't wait to hear what Matt's going to say, but he's my number one just for it's just Andre the Giant. And I'm not going to talk about WrestleMania 3. I'm going to talk about Andre just being Andre.
A spectacle.
A spectacle.
For the business.
He's my number one.
I'm not mad at it.
Okay. I have some kind of inkling who's going to be your number one, though.
My number one's pretty easy.
Oh, boy.
Love him, hate him. My favorite international wrestler of all time is Chris Benoit, and it ain't close.
Okay
like I said, Bulldog, or Dynamite was number 5 in my top 5.
Yep.
For a reason.
I'm okay. Yeah,
he almost entirely inspired Benoit's form of wrestling.
Yes.
Benoit just made it better.
Yep.
Everything he did was better.
There's zero gripe with that pick because
there will be. I get it.
I'm just saying.
I also don't give a shit.
As a professional wrestling fan, I have zero gripe with that because he was a rabid Wolverine.
Believable.
And he was
believability in the ring.
Yes.
Everything he took looked like it hurt. Mm-hmm. Everything he delivered looked like it hurt the other fucking guy.
It's
most of the time it did. It was a little
the match
stiff.
he had with Angle in 02 at the Royal Rumble.
Lord.
Even some of the later matches, I know before he did his thing.
The run him and Punk could have had, Jesus God.
He would have beat the fuck out of Punk, but he would have
and
taught
he would have
Punk.
come right back with it.
He would have come back, but he would have
awesome.
He would have taught Punk some things. I think
Punk needed
a lot of things.
At the time.
We don't know if Benoit would have lasted a long life.
Well,
with the amount of issues he had,
that too.
But
a lot of abuse, neck surgery already.
Neck surgery, I think, once Eddie passed, it really set him off. Because you think Eddie passed in, 05, and he died in 07.
Yeah, less than 2 years.
Yeah. So he went down
spiraled fairly quickly.
Fairly quick,
unfortunately.
Which just sucks because listen, we don't know what wrestlers go through. We're wrestling fans. Our dreams, our dreams would be to get in the ring and wrestle. It would be, but there's a part of me that always says, like, I was with my daughter and grandson a couple of weeks ago, and I was having a conversation about my daughter brought up. She said, "Why didn't you ever get in the ring?" I go, "Because of you." She's like, "What do you mean?" I go, "Jess, I was 3 weeks before I was 21 when I had you." And when I look at some of these wrestlers that get up and leave, they're gone. And the craziest thing is I want to be your dad. Or what if I took a bad injury and then I get hooked on something like some of these guys? So it's always a dream, but I would never want to do it. It sounds kind of cliche. Love Daniel Bryan, love Shawn Michaels. I can go on and on to some of these guys that really dedicated their life. But Shawn Michaels is almost one of those wrestlers that he almost lost everything.
Right.
Because he was hooked on so many things, and he saved himself.
Thank God.
Benoit was just one of these guys that's just he had so much. He had so much talent, and it's so tough. I love his theme music. I still listen to it on my podcast when I'm working out. As soon as that thing goes, I don't think of the negative thing with Chris Benoit. I think of everything he did positive for the business. In the ring, that's all. I think of his promos. I think of his matches. I think of cringing.
Promos were not his strong suit. I will always say that as one of his biggest fans.
He was just angry, but he was angry. And that's what made it
it came off angry, too. Yeah, he definitely sold that part. But yeah, unapologetically.
The fact that he never fixed his tooth, it was great.
Numero uno.
Numero uno.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Andre, R.I.P. Chris.
Another one. Yeah, we got a few on the list that still aren't here.
But
Or aren't here anymore.
But that's a good listen. That was one of our viewers that said that.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Shout out
to Kevin. We like that, and this is like our second, back-to-back top 5 because here's the thing: we want to switch it up. Again, as we said last episode, you're more than welcome if you want to come on the show. As long as you're a wrestling fan and can just go back and forth with us, we're good with it. We had Jumpin' Jerry Bianchi, on our live show with the Hulkster, the memorial for the Hulkster.
Should have brought him on for 24. Big Kobe fan.
Yeah, that would have been good. Well, the big thing is that I want to reiterate with Matt right here. We're gonna throw these live shows on. We're gonna do
a few more.
That was fun. That was fun because we went with it and it was engaging. We had the Florida heavyweight champion. He called in. You know that guy?
Western States heavyweight.
He gave him Western States.
Best.
Oh,
you got some Bisco's title.
Yeah, gonna have to watch.
Shout out Bafumi.
Bafumi. I'm gonna make sure you watch this whole show now. I know, but
you gotta watch to the end.
Yes, we're good though. But listen, episode 25 is wrapping up. This was a good one. This is good to really think because you don't realize we always think of like all of our U.S. based wrestlers, but there's so many. Triple H is really doing a great job expanding. I know it started with Vince, but
Triple
A's now. There's going to be some phenomenal matches we're going to be seeing.
Yeah, buddy.
So we got some stuff to talk about in the future. I love it too.
We're going to put a wrap to this. Episode 25, Top Rope Talk. Quiet Corner TV on YouTube.
The number one show wrestling podcast in Northeastern Connecticut. Put them up.
Real American Beer.
Signing off. See you next time.